Hey, welcome to the show. Today on the show, we're going to be doing a review of the Surround View 270 blind and some modifications you're probably going to want to make. Stay tuned. Hey, thanks a lot for joining the show today. I was really excited on getting this new Surround View 270. What I like about it was when you go inside this tent, you're not constricted like a normal blind. You're not looking through these small windows. It's like being out in nature, and you're able to look all around, and it's just amazing. And when you get on the outside, you can't see in. So this new fabric, this new see-through walls, is just super amazing, but it does have some limitations, and we will be talking about that shortly. What I first did is I built a platform 8 foot up. I wanted like a tree stand, and so I built a platform 8 foot off the ground. I'll have a link down below where you can find the brackets, and once I did that, I put my blind on top of there. So once I got into the blind, I closed the walls in, and put that. I could see everywhere, but there's one limitation. I could not shoot through the walls. It's not that type of material. In order to shoot through this blind, you're going to have to open up the windows. And so, when I open up the windows, sometimes in hill country, I'm facing the hill and I don't want deer to be seeing me. So what I did is I took the mesh, the shoot-through mesh from my first original double bowl blind, and I put it in this blind. And I was able to cover up the openness. And I also took some yarn, and I was able to adjust my windows, my shoot-through windows, to have the visibility I need and where I don't want them to see in. So one modification you want to get is you want to get some clothespins or clips, get some yarn, and get some shoot-through material and work with your windows and do some modification there. So I highly recommend doing that. The type of fabric they have on the Surround View is awesome. It's hard to see in, but it does have also some limitations. During low light conditions in the morning or in the evening toward dark, it's hard to see very far. So that's why you also want to have some open windows with the shoot-through mesh. Also, another limitation with this blind, I knew about it before I bought it, is that it is not waterproof. There's a video of this guy of the 360, and he says the water's coming in, all around him, and it's true. On where the seam and the new mesh meet, on all four sides, I had water coming down. It was like an open faucet. In no time, just about everything in my blind was wet. And so, and that's no surprise. It did not say it's waterproof, but I wanted to make it waterproof, so I went out and bought a tarp, 8x6 tarp, and I set that up. It took me about an hour. I set that up, made sure on the back side, the blackout side, I had plenty of tarp that went down there. And so I used clips and yarn, and I got it to work. And so when the water on the sides, when that starts to drip down, you're going to have to make like little gutters or fold some of the fabric. And you might need to make some adjustments there to make sure that when the rainwater is dripping off of there, that it's dripping away from your tent. You're probably going to get a little bit by the windows there, and it might go down the side, but that is a lot better from it dripping in the inside of the tent like it did before. So right now I'm pretty happy with my Surround View 270 is once I put the tarp on there and I have the shoot-through mesh on my windows. And so we're going to find out later on this week. There's supposed to be some snow in the forecast, so we're going to find out how this holds up to extreme cold conditions. Primos, if you are listening out there, just a couple requests is that you could offer a add-on feature, a waterproof cover that would go over the top and maybe come out to about 6 or 8 inches, like a gutter system or something that, so that when the water's dripping, it will drip on the outside. And maybe that cover can be reversible, and you can put hunter's safety orange there, so that way you can use it during archery and gun season. You can see that I put a orange tarp on top of my blind because these things are so camouflaged it is hard to see in the woods once you get it set up. So I highly recommend, please put orange on your tent. Another feature, please, that would be great just to offer some mesh, a long mesh like you do with the double bowl blind. Add it with this package. I think this would be a killer option. And lastly, maybe add some safety features to that top hub. The top hub right here, I have seen it happen where something heavy will come on top of there. It could be like a big old squirrel or maybe an owl. I mean, these tents are camouflaged, so animals are going to jump on there. When something hits that with force and that comes down, that's dangerous. I saw somebody get hit by one of those in their head, and thank God nothing serious happened, but he had one heck of a headache. If a young child is in one of these tents and they get hit by that hub, I hope to God nothing bad happens, but something has to be done. There has to be a warning on there. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm getting a foam, like these big foam tubes. I'm going to attach the foam to that hub, and just in case that thing ever does come down, hopefully there'll be a little bit of cushion. I wish they would make a safety or a lock system to put on these hubs. I would hate for somebody to get hurt, and I can see it coming. So just a few words of advice there. Well, thanks a lot. Please stay tuned to my channel. I will be showing this blind in extreme weather conditions. And to all of you, happy hunting. And lastly, check out these books from Ben Kluge. He's a great guy to deal with. He has some little hunter books for the kids. I will leave a link down below where you can find these. Hey, have a great day. Adios. Bye.